I set this up to be on a very bright, and it minimized itself. I don't know. I just, yeah. Anyway, coming on here today, I'm going to be anonymous in this particular video because I want to give you the cost of my rent. Everything I pay for rent. And from memory, I don't have the bandwidth to go get all the numbers for you, but I don't know. I want to say something about jumping off the local bridge, but I probably won't because somebody wouldn't be happy. I don't know why it does that. I've got all the damn lights on, and still it minimizes the light. I'm sorry it does that. Anyway, so basic rent for me, and I rent a room, let's say in a house. It's in a kind of house. Not a house, but I'm trying to keep this a little bit vague because, well, I won't even say the reason because I got to keep that vague too. Trying to help my friend keep her house. Her husband passed away 5 years ago and she couldn't make the mortgage. So I moved into the extra room and started paying rent. Where I lived before in a group home, I paid $1,000 a month. Here I pay, and I do have my own room and my own bathroom, and I am allowed to use the kitchen. So I pay $12.60 for rent, and that includes I think $65 or something for heat, because I have a separate little heater in my room. I pay $146 a month for more heat, because once I got the little heater, I was using it more and more, and her heating bill went up about 300%, from about $80 to almost $300. So I pay a total of maybe $206 toward heat. I was giving her money for groceries, even though we shop separately. About $27, but now what she has me do is just give her $100 cash at the beginning of a period, and then if she goes out and buys something for me, which is in the store, she will deduct it from the 100, and then when she doesn't have any left, she asks me for another 100. I pay for all the streaming services in the house, so that's HBO, HBO Max, Prime Video, Disney Plus, Netflix, Fandango, and others whose names I don't even know or can't figure out how to mention. So there's each of those subscriptions. I pay for the internet. When I first came here, she had her own kind of internet with what do you call those kind of TV station TVs that have a disc? She got tired of how bad their service was. She went out and bought a Google TV or a Samsung TV or something, but it needed a different type of internet or something, so I pay for the internet, which we use Verizon. I think it's $35-45 a month, and we pay for insurance protection on the internet, which is about $25 a month. So I pay all that. I try to be very careful around the house. If I use something of hers, we have our own groceries and our own stuff, but when I use something of hers, I try to go buy one or two of those. Like I was using some of her napkins off the kitchen table the other day. So I went out and bought two 1,000 napkin packages for her. We both drink a lot of coffee. I buy all the coffee. You get the idea. I'm tired. Anyway, so I pay all that, and one friend estimated it's about $1,800 a month. So right now, I'm behind $500 in the rent. I've been unable to pay two of the 500,000 streaming services. My last, because I buy my own groceries, she buys at Lucky's, I buy at Amazon. My last Amazon purchase for $97 was canceled by Amazon, like completely canceled, because the check bounced. I think I forget why I'm even telling you this. Yeah, I think I do forget. I was gonna, I don't know. I just want you to know, I guess. It was something else too, but I probably don't have the guts to say what the other thing was. Anyway, so this month, like I said, I'm $500 behind in the rent, or a little less. My thing bounced, my whatever. In my own personal finances, I know with one group, Santa Clara County Medical Hospital, I'm $8,000 under in copays. Then in Fremont, here in Alameda County, I've got some other number, 2,000-3,000 in copays, and some other way I have copays with someone else. And on top of it all off, I was told by one of my doctors to get a machine for my heart. I'll go through all my disabilities here in a minute. And she said I would not pay anything for it, that Medicare would take care of it. So the guy came out, showed me how to use the machine from the company. He said, yeah, there's no charge, etc. You know where this is going. So I used the machine for a few days. It hurt my back. I didn't feel like it was doing anything, so I turned it back in after 3 or 4 days. A month later, I got a bill for $639 or $649 or something, which I have not paid and haven't even made a payment on. So disabilities that I live with is a long list. I've been saying it's 12, but I don't know if it's really 12. There are 6 mental illnesses, and I'm never able to say them all from memory because I have dementia too. So PTSD from having been raped and almost murdered, and beaten when I was 2, and thrown down the stairs when I was 4 with my brother. We were both thrown down the stairs, and a bunch of other shit. Clinical depression, and all this stuff was diagnosed in about 1990, so I've had it ever since then. Disassociation, which I have tried to learn what it is. I've gone on the internet, looked it up. I've written short stories about it. It's kind of when the self gets so scared during a physical attack that it hides from the self or something. One of those exotic type things. Again, I'm distressed by the fact that the lighting that I set up in advance is not doing its job here. It makes me look like more of an idiot than I even am. So, let's see, general anxiety disorder is number 4. Bipolar And the manic part is quite fun, actually, to tell you the truth. And, oh God, there's one more. No idea what it is, but trust me, it's in the documentation. I've been in many psychiatric hospitals over the last, what would that be, 35 years. Stanford, back in the day when it was in an old building in the basement. Good Sam in Los Gatos several times. Mountain Views, mental hospital, even back when it was called One South. And I've been in the new building as well. Washington Psychiatric Hospital here in Fremont. I did a stint in Oakland at Telecare, which was scary as hell. They threatened to put me in a long-term facility in Napa. And other places I can't remember. Been in therapy all my life since I was 19. I check in with my therapist about once a week for the last, that would be what, 55 years. Of course, I have a psychiatrist and have had one, different ones all this time. So in addition to all that, I had a heart attack in 2014. I have ongoing congestive heart failure. I have arthritis, pretty bad. Back problems that are both with and without the arthritis. Diabetes. I have a learning disability that's, although undiagnosed, quite present. I have dementia. That's probably more than 12. And a bunch of other crap. I have what's called a repetitive body focus, or body repetitive focus, whatever. It means that you pick your scabs, you pick your nose, like that. So I do that all over my body. Nose, scabs on my head, my feet, etc. I'm sure I'm forgetting other diseases that I have, but also I've been volunteering. A lot of people say, well, a guy like you never gives back, Been volunteering at a public access TV station in Mountain View, California for 23 years. I still send shows in about once a month now, but pre-COVID I was there a lot, doing one or two shows. I had a show called In Our Community. I had a show called Community Balance. At some point I was doing both shows every month. They were so similar, I finally gave one of the two away to one of my students at the TV station, the public access type station. I was a volunteer, not just volunteering and owning my shows, because we don't get paid for that stuff. We pay something, although my fees were waived for a long time. So produced my show one a month, which they play once a week. Taught camera. I taught floor manager on the crew of people that taught our introductory workshop. So been volunteering all my life in one way or another. I don't think we're allowed to put our phone numbers on here, but if you Google my full name, you should be able to find both my phone number and my email. I've been able to find it myself by going to the library computers. First name is Mark. Well, I wasn't going to give my name, was I? Sugarfoot. Okay, the hell with it. Mark, M-A-R-C. Middle name is Isaac, I-S-A-A-C. Last name is Potter, P-O-T-T-E-R. So, I want to ask you something. And I just, my Christian faith and my hillbilly upbringing that says, oh, you're getting too uppity, you're too high on your high horse, are going to prevent me from saying anything here. So, I don't know. I want to share my Venmo address, but I think I better not for now. Yeah, so I love you guys. I don't know much about television, even though I've been producing it all this time. I've done now well over 700 shows. And there's, the proof is on my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/@MarkIsaacPotter. Everything's sitting there. There's about 700 or 800 shows. There's about 100 or 200 shorts. I crank out shows, 2 or 3 a day, sometimes more. Always happy to interview people with an interview or a 2 or 3 minute thing, All right. Love you guys. I don't expect to get any views, but I'm going to put this in the usual places. YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter. See what happens. I've never had anything go viral. Almost everything I've created gets anywhere from 1/2 of a view to maybe 6.3 views total. I'm exaggerating, but not by much. Talk to you later. I love you guys very much. I truly do. I'm here to serve you. I do stuff for people when I don't even have it. I had a friend call me about 15 years ago and say she needed money every month to pay her bills. I didn't have extra money, so I called my own friends and encouraged them to send her money every month. And I'd like to name one friend that did the most, but he's asked me not to. But one of my friends would send her money every month, $50 to $100 every month for years, just because I asked him to do it. So I'm right here to help. Okay? All right. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Take care. God bless you.